Did you apply for the green card in 2022? Are you still planning to apply for the green card in 2023, 2024, and going forward? Because there are things definitely you need to know, the process, the steps from the day you apply for the green card all the way to the day you land in the US, because that is a process you need to put in your mind if your ultimate goal is to get into the US through the DV lottery. I usually say the DV lottery is a lottery, and a lottery you don't bank all your hope on it. There are other different immigration pathways you can follow, like a student route, family, whereby you can get married to a US citizen or permanent resident, so that through that way you are able to immigrate to the US. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Jackson Muindi. For those who don't know me, we were doing another live video, and the technical issues happened, and now we want to do this quick video and demonstrate to you how to go about after winning the DV lottery. But basically, I will start from the day of application, rush through directly, going up to the way, all the way to you after winning, because the results are about to be announced, and they are usually announced in May the preceding year or the next year after applying for the DV lottery. So that will be May 2023 for this year. Around 7th, it differs from year to year, but this year it will be May 7th, and that can also differ from country to country, because May 7th in the US can be May 8th in your home country. So it differs. You need to check the country you are in so that you don't rush checking. Then again, you say there are no results, and you are checking a little bit early. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like this video, because that is what gives us the strength and the courage to continue giving you this information. It's also the currency which you pay us back for bringing this information to you. So I want to tell you, the DV lottery starts from the day you submit an entry, and that many of us have already done that, and that was done in October or thereabouts 2022, and they are waiting for the results. So you submit an entry, and you wait all the way to May of the next year. So that is when you know the results are out. After that, the selection of the applicants starts immediately after they close the DV lottery applications, and it's a random selection. Nobody should lie to you that they have a special, they can put you at an advantage such that you'll be among the winners. It's a lottery, and they pick people at random, and the available slots are 55,000 worldwide, and each and every country has its own quota. For Kenya, it's around 3,000 thereabouts, and there are countries obviously which do not qualify for the DV lottery, like Nigeria, because of the number of people who have already immigrated to the US through different other pathways. That is why they are barred from applying for the DV lottery, because then again it will defeat the purpose, because the DV lottery basically is meant to bring diversity, inclusivity in the US. And if your country, if people from your home country are more in the US, you'd find that your country is not qualified. A host of other countries, but in Africa, I know is Nigeria. I don't know whether Sudan is there. I'll check later. The next step after the selection, if you are selected, that is what you need to know. If you are selected for the DV lottery, there are things obviously you need to know, and I usually say that will depend on what you feel in the DS in the application itself. So let's say, for example, you feel that you're married, you need to you need to prepare all the documents for a person who's married. If you are, because I know most people in Africa, they have not formalized their marriage. During this time, you need to look for a marriage certificate, and it can be gotten from different. It can be gotten through different ways, maybe a church wedding, or you go to the Attorney General's office in your home country and legalize your marriage, so to speak. So after you are selected, I usually say that there is a document which is called Form DS260, and that is the first form you fill after you've won. And in this form, that is where you declare all your information, the one you filled, and if there are admissible changes, so to speak, in the US. For example, you've gotten a child. For example, you've gotten married. Those are changes which are admissible while filling the DS-260. You need to include the child who has been born in the form DS-260, so that the US Embassy knows that such and such a date after application of the DV Lottery 2024, which is the name for this DV Lottery, I got myself a child. I got married to this and this person, and that is why we are filling two DS-260, because I got married to this person. Also, for each and every person who is accompanying you to the US, maybe you have 3 children, you'll need to fill separate DS-260 forms for each and every person who you intend to immigrate with. After that, after filling that, even before, you need to confirm your qualifications, because I said for the USA DV Lottery, you need to at least have what we call high school education. That is like grade 12, or what we call Form 4, or secondary education in your home country. So again, don't forget the certificate, the education certificate you got from your school. You need also to have that document, and no other documents. It depends with what you filled while filling or filing the DV Lottery. So have that document. If you've not collected it from your school, go ahead and collect all those documents and have them in ready. After that, you need to submit what we call visa and alien registration application through the website of the US Embassy in your home country. You can submit that. It's a form you fill. And after that, you need to submit all the supporting documents. And those are the documents I'm talking about, the marriage certificate, the birth certificate, and the copies of all those documents. You need to submit them so that you get an interview. How do you prepare for the interview? I said the US Embassy interview is for the DV Lottery is the easiest, so to speak. So there are things definitely you'll need to know when attending if you're attending the visa interview. There are things definitely you need to know, and I'm trying to bring the screen so that you see what I'm talking about. So these are the steps. These are the steps I'm showing you. So if you are selected, you'll need to let me a little bit. As I said, you need to fill the form DS-260, and the faster you fill, the faster or the earlier you fill the DS-260, the more chances you stand of being interviewed. For example, you can have a case number which is higher. Sorry. For example, you have a case number which is lower, like 20,000, and someone else has a case number of 45,000. They might be interviewed before you because they submitted their form 260 earlier than you. So fill that form and submit it. Look for someone who knows how to fill this form and submit it for review. After that, they'll schedule you for an interview. And in that interview, you need to attend with all the people who applied, who you are intending to immigrate with. And those are the people who are already, you've mentioned them in the form DS-260. Attend with all those people, including a child who was born yesterday. But in that case, you need to notify the embassy in early that I'm also bringing a child who is an infant, because they have special arrangements for such cases. Don't forget, there are costs involved. There are costs which are involved while processing for the form for the visa interview. And on average, each and every person who will be interviewed for the visa, you'll need to budget at least $330 US per person. So if you have a family of 3, that will be $990 US. I usually say application for the DV Lottery is the one which is free. But all the other things are things you need to pay, and you need to budget for that, including the medicals. You need to pay at the IOM. Have that money maybe in your M-Pesa, depends with what is done in your home country. Some countries, they require you to pay using Visa card. but in our home country, in Kenya, for those people in Kenya, I believe it should be through M-Pesa if there are no changes or something of that sort. So basically, I know people want to know how to add a child, and there are two scenarios. Even not two, there are 4 scenarios. One, let's say, for example, you've gotten a child after you applied for the DV lottery, but you are not scheduled for the interview. What do you do in that case? Because that is a different scenario from the others which I'm about to tell you. What you do, before you are scheduled and you've already filled the form DS260, you open it again. If you are you and your husband, you open the form DS260 and you include the names of the new child who has been born. And also you create another DS260 for the child who was born on top of the other applicants. So if you have 4, you have 4 DS260 which are running concurrently. Also, if your child is born before you go for the interview, but you've already been you have not been scheduled, you also need to go and look for a passport for that child, because without a passport, it might be hard for the visa officer to process your case. So look for a passport and a birth certificate for that child. The earlier, the better. But if you are not able to get it early in advance, you need to go to the interview with that explanation. Just go with the child and explain that the child was born like 3 or 4 days ago, 5 days ago, or 1 week ago, but have not gotten the passport for this child, but I'm going to look for it. They always have special arrangements for that, so that people do not miss chances because of such issues. Bila is asking, when do we start checking? As I've said, the results will be May 7th, 2024, and the days changes. They usually change from year to year. So thank you very much for watching. I will be doing other videos where I'll be talking about how you need to prepare for the results, and after you've gotten the results, what you need to do, because those are things people need to know, what you need to do after you get the results. Thank you very much for being with me. I'll be doing short videos whereby I'll talk about different things related to the USA DV lottery. Thank you very much, and have yourself a good day.